All right, hello everybody. Chance here, also known as the designer here in the VIRIVERSE. And we are here to bring you a new version of the video blog with a new design. The last one kind of sucked and was a pain in the ass to put together, so we're trying something a bit different, a bit experimental too. We'll see how it goes. Today's edition is the first of a series specifically out there for you sustainability champions. We want to help you be inspired, make impact in the face of climate change, poverty divides, social justice, all these incredibly heavy things we look at every single day. We're talking about the journey and or the destination. Today's tune of inspiration is The Journey by Soul Rising, and our quote is, "The problem with money is that it often costs too much." Ralph Waldo Emerson. Start with a thank you to those wise enough to protect our national parks. John Muir and Theodore Roosevelt are worth mentioning here. I can't imagine my life without these otherworldly but very home-like and very earth-like places. Thank you. Here we go. I walked the woods of Glacier National Park on the way to Lincoln Lake. Views of glacial peaks and miles of tree line seen from a vista for the ages await. It's exciting. After a mile, I come to a creek. I stop, trying to catch my breath, though it eludes me, as the fog does that leaves with each exhale. I hear the crackle, plop, and ploop of the stream. As the birds sing, my breath catches. If this is what I'm in store for, what could the rest of the day look like? The stream flows at a pace all its own, oblivious to my impatient nature, oblivious to my problems, oblivious to anything, really. It just is. As I take steps into Glacier, I realize that it's been a while since I've escaped to the natural world, and just how much I've been missing it and how unbalanced I have felt. Our creek, a place really hard to leave, actually. I think I haven't gone far. I should go further, right? My steps go forward another mile or so, but my mind still bobbles in that creek. I stop to assess the situation, considering my paths. Number one, I could continue on and continue chasing my breath for the next 4 or 5 miles. It's been a while since I've hiked, so a little out of breath for sure. Number two, I could turn back to the creek I could go. It is all that's in my mind after all. Not sure it can just be taken out. Path number two seems to bring peace, and I've been burning the candle at both ends. So you know what? Let's go. Turning back now feels like turning forward. 30 seconds down, I'm rewarded in here, birds sing-songing through the trees, and soon I find a wonderful new friend singing a unique tune from the treetops. Can't get any closer on the camera, unfortunately, but we think this is a mockingbird or mockingjay, gray jay, something of the like. I arrive at the creek, and after 3 hours of magic rest and peace, I learned something super important. And yes, I spent 3 hours there, meditation, yoga, lunch, just running around trying to stay warm. Beautiful. I learned that the show isn't always the headliner, but rather sometimes it's the opening act. And this brings us to sustainability beacon number 5. For you champions out there, or aspiring champions, or just passionate people in general that are trying to chase their purpose, every once in a while, forget the future. Enjoy the journey. We're always facing up to these insurmountable challenges. It's a bit exhausting, definitely brings some climate anxiety, and otherwise the struggle is real. And if we're in a race against time, it's almost certainly a race towards failure, but it's also a race that we don't get to enjoy at all. It is really important to stand up to these problems, and that's what we're doing every single day. But every once in a while, we got to stop and smell the roses a little bit. And something really important that I want to say here is that not everybody gets to do that. Everybody gets to just escape out into nature and go for a hike. Some are just trying to make ends meet. Some are living in an existing reality of oppression, frustration, fear. I know all that, and I am sorry that I can't do more every day, but I do want you to know that we at Viridescent are building something that is going to try to do some immense and powerful things. So you have our commitment, and our goal is to help make it a better world so that everybody else can do just that. Go to nature, go to a park, sit and play video games for an entire day, you know, whatever your jam is, read a book. That is our goal, is to help out. So more to come as we go along. Spring coming in, winter clinging on. So pretty. All right. So Elon Musk once said, "You can't change the world by working less than 100 hours per week." Is this sustainability, madness, both? I lean more towards madness. I think. To me, um, let's do something differently than we've done in the past. And 100 hours a week is kind of what we got us here to begin with. Climate change, inequitable, business models, economies. I don't know. A sustainable company specifically has to be better than companies of the past, because right now corporations and a lot of companies exist to do one thing: make money, as much money as possible. A couple of problems here. Number one is that climate change is daunting and overwhelming, which is why we've often seen hesitation to implement the changes that are required. Number two is that when humans are overworked, overstressed, productivity and quality seem to suffer. And there's a lot of studies out there; those will be linked in the comments and different places we're posting. You'll be able to find those. If we push past our own limit, meaning people, let alone the planets, we're missing the entire point of sustainability: building humanity in a balanced way. So, before we shift gears to kind of closing this out, we have an opportunity, a huge opportunity. As we head into Earth Day and you see and hear all this talk about saving the planet, number one, the planet's okay. It's our problem, not the planet's problem. The planet would probably be better off without humans. We're a bit of an invasive species. Sustainability is really about saving us and living and being happy. Let's not forget to just simply appreciate and enjoy the beauty of this earth, but leave no trace, of course. If we as a race evolve, become healthier, more balanced, and work a bit smarter, maybe, just maybe, we will take action on climate, exist more equitably, and live a bit healthier, all in one fell swoop. If we do all that, the planet will be just fine. All right. And as we do, we typically tend to close this all out with an abstract of sorts: a juxtaposition in time, living in the present to get to the future. Do we spend more time enjoying life or railing against what we dislike or fear about it? We push, we cry, we despair. The shadows of the sustainability fight seem to stand tall, a mighty wall, always growing. Do we climb the wall, tear it down? Do we sit, stare at it until we fall into insanity? That's me sometimes. Or do we cycle our thoughts, heal our existence, and rethink the structure of the wall entirely? What if that wall became a regenerating cylinder of human health and happiness? What if a healthier human was always the answer? And to close this out, our circular system: one, time in nature, place of energy. Highly recommend it. If you can't find it, read about it, look at pictures, do something to find a way to access it. Number two, adaptation. We need to be flexible in our mission. Mission always goes forward, but the details can be adjusted. Climate anxiety, the struggle is real. From my heart to your heart, I know. Past mistakes, let's learn from those before us and be a bit better, right? Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it, after all. Not my quote. Human imperative: if we're better, planet is better. It's about humans first. Sustainability is not really about the planet, it's about us, then the planet. But of course, Earth Day and Earth Week and Earth Year, it's always and should be kind of Earth Day. Enjoy it, don't destroy it. Thank you so much, and see you soon.